Work-life balance has never really worked for me. I have always been a very career-oriented individual. Even when I was younger and I worked in grocery stores and I was part-time, I always thought of ways that I was going to work up into management or how I was going to turn this into my full-time gig and how I was going to get to the job that made six figures. And I've always been one to really chase after that dollar amount. And my aim was that I always wanted to move into management. I always wanted to move up into a decision-making role that was paid big bucks, but my goal was always career-oriented. There was never anything personal life oriented where I was like, I really want to get back to this. And I'm still that same way. So the work-life balance thing never really worked for me. So when I was in a career, when I worked in sales in the same industry, I was working on weekends. And if it wasn't actively working on covering freight, I was actively working on adding leads into my CRM system. I was working on where my next deal was going to come from. I was creating a plan for how I was going to move up and move on and everything to do with my career. Everything in my life has been built around my career. My career is what pays me. What that pay is what I use to buy a house. It's what I use to buy Maddie's wedding ring, her engagement ring. It's how I pay for the wedding. It is how I pay for legitimately all of my life. So I've always been very career oriented and I've never had a balance. I've never had a balance and I never will. And my wife is fine with that, but it's also why I had to go out and start my own company. I never checked out anyways. So why would I not gain more of the reward? And why would I not be willing to take on more of the risk? I already give up all the time. I already give up all the mental space for it. Why would I not go out and at least take a risk and try to gain more of the reward? And that is how I've become quote unquote more balanced with it because now I own the outfit. So when I tell people I'm always working, they go, you have to when you own your own business. And now it's not so frowned upon. But when I worked for someone else, when I worked in a job, if somebody asked me like, oh, what are your working hours? And I said, I'm always working. They'd go, why? It's not yours. What are you doing? Why? It's not your business. And it seems as if people use that as an escape reason. I understand that there are careers out there that you check in and once you leave the door, you check out. It's never been that way for me. Even when I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car where there was nothing in front of me once I left the building and I clocked out, I still thought about the work day. I still put mental energy once I was home into how can I get better at this? How can I do this better? How can we improve the operations? How can we do this? How can we improve our customer service score? How can we improve our margin? How can we sell more protection? It has always been who I am. It has been ingrained in me forever. And when I was even younger in high school and I had a part-time job, my thoughts then were, how do I make more money? And then all of a sudden, I had a landscaping business on the weekends. I have never been one who wants to just come home and do nothing. I get squirmish. I need to be doing something. I need to be busy. My hands need to be doing something. My head needs to be doing something. I need to be focused on something. My energy needs to go someplace. I am not a couch potato. I cannot sit on the couch on weekends and watch football for 10 hours a day. It does not work for me. I will start to go stir crazy and I have to get up, I have to get moving, and I have to go do something. So that is why my hobbies are busy hobbies. I need to go golfing. I need to go fishing. I want to go hunting. I need to do something that is not where I'm just sitting doing nothing. It's I'm sitting and waiting and I'm sitting and actively doing something. Like when I'm hunting and I have my bow with me, I'm actively waiting patiently for a buck to walk in front of me. When I'm fishing, I have a line in the water. I'm constantly reeling it in. I'm constantly recasting. When I'm golfing, I'm constantly hitting. I'm constantly working on improvement. There's always things to do. It's necessary for me. That's why going into business was the perfect choice for me because I don't have a work-life balance. I like working. This is what I do. So if you're that way, perhaps you should think about starting your own business. And if you're not that way, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not how I'm wired. Take care.